Hey, this is LordDavon from the ECF forums, and today I am going to review the ELF system. The ELF is a tank system. It is an, and I'll say this wrong I'm sure, an Ovale Elips clone out of China. If you can't tell, it says made in China. You know, where most vaping stuff is, and where I believe vaping was actually invented. China. So, I guess the Chinese people did not want the Greeks to have all the fun. So what they did is they created their own Elips system. The difference is that the one out of Greece is, I believe, 350 milliamp, whereas this bugger is 700. That being said, we're going to do a little bit different stuff in this video. As you can tell, we got the tripod here. I'm going to try to do some close-ups. I don't know how the two cameras are going to react with each other, but you know, it's worth a shot. So let's open this bugger up. Let's take a look. Alright. So the ELF box, as you can see, is marked with the coloring, and underneath, made in China. We will move my mouse out of the way and open it up. And the contents inside are, of course, a quality assurance certificate, meaning that it's QA passed, whatever that means. The documentation, this is the ELF manual. As you can see, it does come in both silver and black. The silver coloring is not yet offered at VaporJunction. It does have some brief instructions, refilling instructions. I don't believe I saw anything in here. I only perused it quickly, but when I did take a look, I didn't see anything that talked about the condoms for the tanks. But as you'll see, we have two batteries. We have two tips with atomizer. Now, the atomizer is a standard atomizer. It does fit into the battery. Properly, and snaps into place. You place the tank on it, put the top on, you're good to vape. We have the charger, which is a smaller, more proprietary end. It is not the micro USB or mini USB that we're all used to. It is a proprietary cable. Now, it is a pass-through device, meaning that you can charge it and vape at the same time. This is the wall charger. Standard USB wall charger. It has almost no weight to it. It is quite light. Not exactly the best piece, but there is a red light for when you're using it. Underneath, we have the cartridges. These are the tank cartridges. This is the standard tank. It is a two-piece system. It does open up, and you can fill it. It comes with 5 of them, as well as some condoms to place over it. And I believe the only thing I can figure these things are used for is to hold on the condoms. I don't know. I mean, I think these are really used for placing on the tip of the unit. Does it make it a shareable device? I haven't a clue. People use my e-cigarette all the time. Never use the condom. Maybe I should. Alright. We are going to close it up except for one. We will keep one out. Close up the rest of this. Place this back on top. Pop this back in and make sure we're quality. There we go. Now, let's open this up. So it definitely looks like this is a two-piece system. Should pop right off, yep. And then we can take whatever flavor we want. I'm going to go with some Taste of Heaven and pop that in to the tank. We will put our end back on and snap that into the elf as such. Now it does come with a charge, but they do recommend you charge it fully. It takes roughly between 1.5 to 2.5 hours to charge it fully. And you place your end on. And now you're good to go. And it's time to vape. So, how is it? Well, let's try it. That's good. Oh, that's bourbon. This is the elf. So how is the elf? Well, let's try it. It's pretty good. It's got a good flavor. It produces decent vapor. It is an excellent starting kit. That being said, there are a few things to think about anytime you're dealing with a tank system, and this is a tank system, and if you look at the design of this, it has the same type of design as an ego tank. It's just that the mouthpiece is different. So, with your ego tank systems, the one thing that I have always found out, if you use a thick juice in them, they will give you a plasticky flavor. This is no exception. This is a tank system. If you use a thicker juice, you will get a plasticky taste. If you use a thinner, more watery juice, it absorbs it better for some reason, and you don't get a plasticky taste. You get better vapor, you get la 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 la, blah blah. So, these are tank systems. They're also low-cost tank systems. VaporJunction sells this for $50. Right now, I believe if you subscribe to their mailing list, you get an additional discount code, and it costs you even less than that. There are a couple of drawbacks to this. Now, it is a pass-through device, but when you plug this bugger in, it doesn't tell you it's charging. It just charges. So, you never really know if it's connected right and charging right. I've tested 2 of these units, one with a friend who bought one and this one. Both of them have the same problem. The thicker juices, same problem in both of them. So I'm thinking that this is just part of the design. I don't like that. I like something that if you plug it in and the cord starts coming out, the light goes off. You know, something to the effect of, hey, I'm doing something, plug it in, shine a light, flash it a few times, do something different. These don't. It's an acceptable flaw. It is one of the minor flaws of having something like this. It's small, it's compact. I bought 2 packages for 2 women in my life, my sister and my niece, and both of them can slip this easily in their purse and go. They're nice little systems. They give a good vapor with a good flavor. I mean, that's really what the starter e-cigarette, for those who hate e-cigarette terms, personal vaporizer, that's really what we're looking for when you're giving somebody a starter kit. Yes, it has a bigger tip than most of your average starter kits. Yes, I mean, it does look a little bigger. If you want to take a look at the difference between that and a 510 tip, it is bigger. Does it feel unnatural? Not really. It's a tiny bit large, but it's not too large. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. It still gives you a proper vape. It is still a nice vaping accessory. This is decent. Now, would I use it? Considering that I have this, yes, I would, actually. I have always found my Infinity Pro is a little too big to take out. When I am out and about, if I go shopping, if I go anywhere, this does not slip into my pocket. That's why they're working on the Evo, that's why they're working on the Envy. a smaller version of the Infinity Pro. I have been taking this, and this is my Ego variable voltage. I like it because it tells me how much battery there is. I don't care that it's variable voltage, but I do care that it tells me how much battery there is. I also find that if I'm using lower resistance stuff, I like the lower voltage. This is 3.7. It will vape at 3.7. So, how is 3.7? It's fine. It works great. This does everything it's supposed to do. This is a $40, $50 e-cigarette kit, personal vaporizer, and it works just well. Another small drawback. That tank is 1 milliliter. 1 milliliter means that if you are a serious vapor or they become a serious vapor, this may not be enough for them. I don't care about that. For most serious vapors, they don't even have their very first e-cigarette. I bought a blue kit. I got rid of it after a month. It sucked. I know people who have KR808s that they don't even look at anymore because they bought Ego tanks. They've bought variable voltage mods or just straight out mods that give an actual full voltage. Almost everybody I know who is into vaping no longer has their original accessory. The idea is to get them into vaping and to make it an enjoyable experience for them, to give them something that's easy to use and find out how crazy they're going to get with it. I make my own juices. I'm doing these reviews. I have mods. I have a little bit of everything. So I've gone crazy. Ugh. The ELF is for somebody who is starting off. I don't know if a serious vapor would want it, but somebody who's got a tank system and loves it may love the ELF. It's smaller, it's more compact, it's easier to stick in your pocket, and when you are out and about, this may be the perfect little accessory for you. I may take this with me. I may use this. And that being said, this is LordDavon from the ECF forums, and I am signing off.